They sell you a lie. Freedom means doing whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want. Success means no alarms, no frameworks, no pressure. Happiness comes from simplicity, not effort. And so you run after it, after that illusion. She runs away from discipline for the sake of prison, and finds herself trapped in something else. A life without power. Because the truth is, morality is the new freedom. And if you can't do it, you'll be filled with regret. Think skipping exercise frees you? Does hitting the snooze button free you? Does, "I'll do it tomorrow," give you more time? No. You're right. Not just the results, but your identity. Because every moral act is a declaration of who you are. And every time you break that sentence, you teach yourself that your words mean nothing. A real prison has no structure. It is in the same place 10 years ago, for the same reason. Watching others live the lives you could have lived if you had kept your promises. That is a punishment. That is a chain. Not a punishment, but the undisciplined ability to paralyze in silence. Punishment is not punishment. That is strength. It is choosing the pain of growth over the pain of staying the same. It is about understanding that every dream has value. The free are the ones who pay the price every day. In sweat, in silence, in structure, in sacrifice. Look at all the empires that have been built. Ford, Carnegie, Mandela, Lincoln. None of them escaped hard work. None of them went into complacency and weakness and still changed the world. They followed their routines as a sacred principle. They accepted punishment. In return, punishment made them kings. Freedom is not found in chaos. It is made of consistency. It is found in someone who wakes up when no one is looking. A woman who marches when it is not convenient. With a soul that says no to continuity so that they can say yes to legacy. Because it is true. He is always a slave to something. Either you fulfill your purpose, or your guilt. You either follow your vision, or you're evil. You either control your mind, or you become its prisoner. The most dangerous phrase in the world is, "I'll start tomorrow." Because tomorrow is a myth, used by undisciplined people to avoid the worries of today. They prepare for it rationally, put it off, call it planning. But behind all of this lies a deeper truth. Fear. Fear of pressure. Fear of failure. Fear of success demands too much from them. So they slowly back away, peacefully losing it. Without realizing that every time they turn away, they break the chains that hold them back. But discipline is rebellion. Against that fear. Against that addiction to pleasure that has quietly destroyed millions. It's as if to say, I don't care how you feel, I don't care who I am. Do you think Edison got up every morning? Do you think Muhammad Ali went out every day with joy in his bones? No. But he did it anyway. Because greatness isn't a feeling. It's about purpose. Discipline is the silent architect of destiny. It doesn't scream. It doesn't shine. It doesn't glow. But brick by brick, it sculpts a life that others look upon with awe, without realizing how much pain it takes to build it. As the world watches cycles of change, there are those who discipline others at work. In their plans. In their everyday decisions that change everything without going viral. Do you want results? Do you want words? Are you looking for peace, purpose, clarity, success, power? Then you better practice more discipline. Because without it, every goal becomes an illusion. Every event stops in your mind and dies in your arms. No one stumbles toward greatness. No one becomes strong by chance. No one crawls toward freedom without crawling into the fire of creation. They are lazy and call it boredom. Weak people say it is impossible. Average is too expensive. But average dash. They call it necessary. Because they understand the rule of this world. You will choose pain now dash. or pain later, pain over and over again dash, or pain in the future. Something you can control. Something you can control. Discipline is not about doing too much. It is about doing what matters dash, over and over again dash, until your actions are in harmony with your identity. That power will automatically change. That's how we build strength. Not by chance. Not with fanfare. But with an unwavering, unchanging budget. Your character is not something you just do. They are the guidelines you give your subconscious mind about who you are. Every time you come, even when it's hard, you prove that. I finish what they start. It is stronger than anything that is oppressive. Because the motivation disappears. That's a dead giveaway. But is it independent? It's sustainable, if you build it systematically. Look, most people ask, how can I keep myself motivated? But the real question is, how can I not be a person who needs motivation? The answer? Cruel repetition. Sacred tradition. Continuous learning. Until the idea of wasting a day seems like a lie. Until your body moves forward, even if your mind resists. Until your values are no longer negotiable. How to gain freedom. Not the freedom to do nothing, but freedom to do anything. Most people think that independence means not having a boss. But true freedom is being yourself. True freedom is knowing that you believe in yourself. When the going gets tough, you don't break, you build your grip tight. When distractions arise, you don't retreat, you shut down. If no one applauds, you're still standing, because discipline isn't in their hands, it's your property. Property. This is a true story. Because greedy people chase after results. They have cut themselves off from a standard. Example. Outline of what happens when you choose principle over passion. It's not just that they win. They increase it. They are the ones who encourage him. Their lives allow others to rise, not because they are loud, but because they are perfect. In a world filled with convenience, consistency is a big change. So the next time your mind says, slow down. I wasn't built for convenience, I was built for purpose, you reply. When he whispers, go through it today, you exclaim, I do not speak with weakness. If he tries to force you to be gentle, you remind him, discipline is how I get up. Discipline is how I deal with it. Discipline is how I live a seemingly impossible life. Because if you sleep, you teach. When you you learn. When in doubt, you play music. Not to applaud them. Not to prove it. But so you know. You weren't born to repeat your past. You were born to rewrite. The pen correction is called. The world offers 1,000 ways to keep you on track. It offers you entertainment. It offers you love. It sells you the average credit card. But nothing compares to what the world offers you when you let go. Sacrifice is not a loss. It is an alternative. Stop being who you are. You let time go by, infinite. They give up comfort for creative reasons. Look around you. Most people are inspired by simple things. They have learned to escape. They love feeling. They want to embrace every feeling and enjoy every moment. In doing so, they throw away the only thing that makes change possible. Discipline with unfair losses. Because growth is not about how you feel. It asks what you promised. Your life is not defined by what you want, but by what you want to do over and over again. That's what separates the few from the many. It's not talent. It's not circumstance. The scales. A few get carried away. When pain knocks, many fall. Discipline is keeping your word. It's a mental muscle. The more you practice, the more weight you can lift. The more storms. The more power you have. Not from others. But it depends on your ability. Do you want to stop? If so, you're in the norm. You can make your plan stronger than your emotions. Because if your emotions are running, by the time you're in your 20s, your future is ruined. Look at any big employer. Business, sports, real estate. They don't wake up because they're awake. They show up because they're engineers. They're restored. Their structure is strong. Discipline helps you do what you have to do. Well or not, visibly or not, simply or not. That's how giants are made. Not by fire, but by fire. Not by applause, but by pressure. Not by joy, but by daily consistency. Yes, it costs you more. It makes you smarter. It makes you feel better. It makes you lose your old circle, your old excuses, your old identity. But it gives you something bigger. Party. With your head held high. On your way north. For your wealth. If only. That's true freedom.